Hello out there. How is everybody doing this evening on this April 2nd? I hope everybody is well and doing well this evening. All right, hello. My name is Coach Dawn Allen, and I'm the CEO of Stay Sexy Wellness. And how's everybody doing this Wednesday? Hope everybody is doing well. What do I do and who am I? My name is Dawn Allen, like I said before. I help overweight, middle-aged women, individuals who feel forgotten, unseen, go from being stressed out to having the energy, to having the drive and motivation by making small changes in nutrition, in movement, and self-care so they can be fit, fine, fabulous, and so sexy, loving themselves from the inside out. That's what I do. That's who I am. I love helping women, and I don't mind helping men either, just to be fit. We get older, we age, we slow down a little bit, and that's not what we want to do. We want to still have the energy to do things, especially as we retire. We want to be fit. We want to be able to retire and enjoy the things that we want to do. You worked 30, 40, 50, 60 years, and who wants to retire and not be able to move and not be able to enjoy the retirement years, to spend your money to do what you want to do with. Nobody wants to be going to the doctors because they have a hip problem or this problem. No, we want to be able to fun and travel and do all the things we wanted to do, we dreamed about when we was working, okay? So tonight on episode 98, before I'm going to say hello and welcome you, I'm sorry, forgive my manners. Welcome this evening for those who've been rocking with me for 98 episodes, and for those who are new, welcome and thank you for joining me. I love to have you and always come back again and visit. So tonight's episode is episode 98, and we are talking about, are you valuable? Are you organically valuable? Are you organically valuable? What does that mean? Well, tonight we're going to talk about organic food, organic produces, okay? Because that's something that we need to talk about because, what we put on our body, in our body, makes a big difference. I lost 50 pounds. And most of how I did it was I changed the way I ate. I changed what I put in my body. I was more mindful of what I put in. So I lost 20 pounds just by changing what I ate. I did not even do any exercise. Okay. I was just focusing hard on really focusing on changing what I put into my body. Okay. And that's why I want to talk about organic food this evening. I lost the next 30 pounds. I said, let me do it the right way. Let me also exercise as well. Because if you just focus on your loss of weight by eating or lack of eating or changing eating habits, that's fine. But then you're going to be flabby and not going to be toned. You want to do both. You want to have a mixture of eating properly, okay? And then also moving the body because you want to keep it toned. You don't want to be flabby. You might lose weight, but then you have a whole bunch of flat. That's why a lot of people, lose a lot of weight. Some of them have to have surgery to be able to remove some of that extra flesh because, well, it's a lot, but then also they might not have exercised as much. So just saying, we want to do a combination of both, okay? So don't be mindful. It's definitely important to be mindful what you put in your body, but also you have to move your body as well. So tonight I want to talk about the organic produce. Okay, so basically, why organic? So organic refers to the way a food is grown, how it's raised, or how it's produced. And it's also certified by the government standards. So the government has standards before it can stamp that label on it. Okay. So I'm gonna read it to you exactly the standards what I'm talking about, because the government is really strict about what they put and why they say it's organic. I'm going to read this because I want to be sure I get it strictly, be sure it is. Okay. So it's what it is. It says that it is a product has produced a strict, federally defined standards. It's sure that it's grown and produced without any type of synthetics, no fertilizer, no pesticides, no GMO. Everything has to be ecologically balanced and biodiversified. Okay. So as far as that says that production process, the USDA Natural and the NOP sets the standards for what we can be labeled organic. Organic farming emphasizes sustainable resources. Like I say, it has to be balanced. Everything has to be biodegradable. Okay, and even the land that the food is on, it cannot have any type of you can't even, they can't even change it in 3 years. So what I'm saying that is that land used for organic crop must not have any prohibited substances applied for 3 years for harvest. So they can't just put anything on on the land. Okay, so it says land used for organic crop must not have had prohibited substance applied for 3 years. And in the livestock, they have the livestock as well. They have to have organic feed, and they cannot have any type of no kind of antibiotics, no kind of hormones. They have to be organic things. They have to have the right amount of land. They have to have they have so much space between them. I mean, it's really strict before they can be labeled organic. Processed food must meet additional standards, including you can't have any type of synthetic additives. So they're really, really strict about what they have before they have labeled and have the label of organic. So it's just, and all this particular restrictions they have to do, it costs money. It costs them money. It costs them time, and they just can't do anything fast. Everything by the book before they can, be able to be called organic. But it's important. It's important to be able to have this particular restricted food and produce. Let me tell you why. Okay. Originally, all food was organic. Okay. It was grown and prepared without any pesticides, any herbicides, any fertilizer, anything. Okay. And food was refined. It was minimally processed. But since World War II, they had a change, and they started doing chemical farming, and they started putting food processing and the soil and food. Well, it was depleted. So now we have we have all this land that, it's lacking a lot of nutrients now, and they have a lot of pollutants and all this chemicals in it to make the food grow faster and whatnot. So all this stuff is in the soil, and it's getting in the food, and all this spraying, all this herbs, all this fertilizer, spraying all this stuff, to make the stuff grow, for all the insects. All this stuff is in our food, and they're finding out that this stuff is causing cancer. So pesticides have been creating extra work, and it's hurting our immune system. It says causing cancer. It's affecting our liver, our kidneys, our blood. So all this fast cooking, fast producing food, at the end of the day, it's harming us. So that is why organic food is important. Okay. So let me tell you 6 reasons why we should eat organic. Okay. Number 1, chemicals. Pesticides kill living organisms, and many pesticides were approved long ago. But now we've realized that it is linked with cancer and other disease. So organic agriculture is a way to prevent So organic agriculture is one way to prevent these chemicals from getting into the air, from getting into the water, and getting into the food supplies, because they cannot, when they farm, they cannot use the chemicals that the non-organic farmers are using. So so we know that the food that we're getting that are organic have no chemicals or minimum pesticides, that enough or not enough or none at all, that is USD certified by the government. 2, future generations. Children are 4 times more sensitive to cancer-causing pesticides and food. So for our children, guys, okay, for our kids, because our kids are more sensitive to the pesticides and stuff that's inside this these foods that are non-organic. 3, water. Pesticides pollute half of the United States' primary source of drinking water. Okay, so also it pollutes our water. So that's crucial. Definitely our water for life, right? Number 4, organic farmers. We have 3 billion tons of topsoil that erode from cropland in the United States. Each year, much of it's due to conventional farming practices, which often ignores the health of soil. So basically, when farmers farm and they do their crop, they immediately change it and they put more new crop in. But normally the land needs time to heal. It needs time to get healthy, right? For it to get the nutrients back. But because they keep on, they farm and they crop is done, then they just do another crop and another crop and another crop and another crop. And each time that they yield the crop, it's less and less nutrients in the soil. So they're not giving enough time for the soil to I guess heal or grow. And the soil and everything is it's to get depleted. That's just the way it is. But organic farmers, they take time, they nurture the land, and they make sure that they give it enough time to be able to put the nutrients back into the soil. Number 5, save energy. More energy is now used to produce synthetic fertilizer than to till, cultivate, and harvest all the crops in the United States. So they're saving energy by that. And the last one, well, we can help small farmers, guys. We can help small farmers. Although they say there are more large scale farms that are there, but I think most of the organic farmers are small. And this is the only way they make money. They make money by their crops. So we will be helping these small farmers and live. This is how they make the money. This is how they make their lifestyle. So this is an alternative market where sellers can demand fair prices for crops. Okay, so sellers, they can demand a fair price for what they're selling. Instead of someone telling them what they have to do, they can demand a fair price for the crop. So that was giving you 6 reasons. I did was to give you again one more again. The chemicals. The reason it's best to buy organic because of the chemicals that are in our food, and there's less chemicals in organic food. 2, for our kids, for our future generations, because the children are the ones that 4 times as much sensitive, I said, to cancer-causing pesticides. Number 3, the water. Pesticides pollute over half the water source of drinking water. Drinking water that we have. We also help the organic farmers. Number 5, save energy. And number 6, we help the small farmers, the ones that, well, their lifeline is made from producing farms. That's how they make their money, by producing crops and produces. So I hope this was helpful. I know organic food can be a little more expensive, but the question is, are you organically valuable? Are you valuable? Think about it. We spend money on car insurance. We spend money on house insurance. But what about you? You're worth more than a house, and you're worth more than a car. So what is spending a little more, a few cents more for you, for your generation, and spending a little bit more on food? Because aren't you worth it? You work hard all week long, 9 to 5, whatever you work, and you have a couple of change. Spend money on yourself. You're worth it, because you'll feel better, and you're helping the planet by buying organic. And now there are some ways to get around buying organic. I'm not going to tell you about that now. That's another podcast. But at the end of the day, do the best for you. Okay, you are worth it. You are valuable. So go ahead, guys. And the question is, are you organically valuable? And I say you are. And I know you are. And you're worth it. Okay? Because God don't make junk. God makes you wonderfully made. And it's your body. and your body needs to have the best, okay? The best food, exercise, get some sleep, self-care, and be around people who love you and love you and want the best for you. And that's me. I want the best for you. So go ahead, guys, and spend a little bit more money on yourself because you are definitely worth it. And on Sunday, we're going to worth it. On Sunday, we're going to start a water challenge. Right now, we're currently doing our Walk for Health challenge, and we're on week 2 and having a blast. We're having fun. And on Sunday, we're going to start the Walk for Health. We're going to have the water challenge. And basically, what that is, guys, I'm just encouraging you guys to be mindful of drinking more water per day. The goal could be 64 ounces, or this at least more. Just be mindful of we need to start drinking more water every day. Okay. So I'll talk to you more about that later. And all I want to say is goodbye for now. I love you. Stay well and healthy with Stay Sexy Wellness. And until later, goodbye for now.